And we have two of the names you see on that list here with us right now, Cameron Swartz and Bianca Jackson. Great to see both of you guys. First and foremost, Cameron, for you first, just how exciting is it to be sitting here today so close to the start of the season and wearing that jersey?
It's very exciting. I've been looking forward to being back home. I think that's been a big thing for me, and instead of like having my family and friends be able to come to so many more games and not traveling to, and I have a big family, so that's been very exciting to come back home to Georgia and going to play for the school that I grew up watching. And playing under Nell is very exciting, and I'm excited to get this season started.
And Bianca, for you?
Say that again?
How about for you?
I'm just looking forward to this year, coming in, having a fresh start, trying to get things going, see where this season can take us, and hopefully we can have a really good year and get a lot of things accomplished.
Now, you guys are fifth-year players with experience in the ACC, right? You guys know how to ball. You know the landscape of the league. How much is that an advantage when you transfer to a new system and you know that Nell is defense first?
I think it's a really big advantage for us coming in with some experience. We're able to help our younger players and try to get things accomplished faster than we usually would be able to. And then coming in for Coach Nell, knowing like defense is priority, trying to take that into account and make sure we're looking forward to doing that every single day.
Yeah, and just playing still in the ACC, playing against Georgia Tech, you understand the other team, you understand Georgia Tech, you know her system, that she is big on defense. So you know more of what you're going into. You've been playing them for years and everything, so that's exciting. And it's having experience. Nell says it all the time, that our experience, we got to use it to our advantage on the court and off the court, just being a leader for those younger girls and showing them the routes and everything, but also using that experience when we go into this season, so.
Sure.
Cam, last year you had what I think everyone would describe as a breakout year, ACC Most Improved Player, first team All-ACC. You were on a mission, okay? What changed? What specifically did you work on, and then how were you able to have that kind of year?
Something just clicked.
Okay.
I started off the season a little slump and everything, and then there was just a time when one of my coaches just told me, just go out there and play. Stop worrying, stop everything, just go play. And I think that really let me just play the way I wanted to play and everything, and just go out there and not worrying about, oh, am I doing this right, am I doing this wrong, but just go out there, play, have fun, and just go in with strong confidence and everything, so.
Bianca, we talk about you being a coach's kid sometimes on the air, right? Your mom and dad both are college basketball coaches, your mom's still coaching. What does that mean? Like, how does that manifest itself on the floor? When we say, hey, this is coach's kid, what do you think we mean by that?
I think just my basketball IQ, my understanding of the game, trying to be like level-headed and things like that. Just knowing that coming from the background that I have, I've been around a lot of basketball. So just having that experience and then having those conversations like on the court with the team, as well as being able to have those conversations at home with my parents and get different perspectives of the basketball game.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner conversations?
Pretty much.
Yeah, all the time. You guys, I know, weren't on this team last year, but you got to see players like Lorella Kubai and Lodemai Lahtinen and know what a big impact they were. How do you fill those roles, Cam, this year, those players that you lost and who's really stepping up?
My Kubai, they're great players and people that they're always on the scout, like, okay, you got to watch out for them. Yeah. So, Kubai blocked my shot many times. So going in knowing that we're coming in to step over and take their role as a leader and as a player, and scoring-wise, defensive-wise, it's big to understand what we are stepping into. But it's also just great to be able to come and instead of not having experience and taking that role, we're stepping in with experience. Right. So that's something that's just very positive and very easy for us to, or hard but easy to come into with that mindset of knowing, okay, we played against them, so we know what they did, so let's just continue that role and grow from there.
Bianca, I've seen throughout your career, you've played the one, you've played the two. You kind of can do both. Right. How do you feel like Georgia Tech is going to put you in the best position to succeed offensively? Where do you see yourself in this offense?
I see myself still playing at the one and at the two. Okay. This year we're trying to look to get out and run more. So whoever gets the rebound, we're looking to be able to push the ball up the court. So I feel like I'll be both at the one and at the two this year. So just trying to fill those shoes wherever I can and get out and make an impact for the team.
Yeah, you two are definitely going to affect the pace of play on the offensive side of the ball. But I want to ask you about Nell's defensive concepts, the schemes, the ball screen coverages, all of that. You can slow down a game if you want with the way you guys play D. Is it harder to stay in a stance for 25 seconds, or is it harder to know the schemes and understand the kind of coverages she wants?
I would say it's a bit harder to understand the schemes and the coverages, you know, just coming into a new system, learning different terminology and stuff like that, and knowing exactly where to be and things of that nature. I think that's a little bit harder than staying in the stands.
I think that we prepared for staying in a stance for that long. I mean, Coach Jack, our strength coach, she's definitely prepared us for that part. But just the schemes of, Nell uses that talk of the terminology for everything in the like WNBA, what pros use. So I think that's a big step of a change of what she uses is what the pros use. So that understanding like the hook on offense or the different kind of colors and stuff, like words we use for those screens and different types. That's more I would say, agreeing with Bianca that the schemes are a bit more challenging and stuff.
Well, Debbie asks the defensive questions here.
Oh, no, I don't ask defense.
Well, neither of us, but one of us has to pretend to know. Cam, you are from Georgia. You talked about that. You've been up in the Northeast. You're back. I am curious what you miss the most about the South and about Georgia specifically.
Ooh. I am a very traditional person with the food I eat. So I eat a lot of fast food, don't get me wrong. But
You still can do it while you still can.
Yeah, that's true.
So just those restaurants that, you know, I enjoyed growing up, like going to, and coming back from games, I like to, all those kind of things that messages we didn't have some, and I'd be like, dang, like I'm really craving that. So like on away games, I'd tell my mom like, hey, can you bring me this? And, like, I would have her come, but that's the thing, and then just being close to my family and stuff, being able to just drive down the street to go see my brother or any of my brothers who live around there is just always so nice. But I would say like food is definitely, and it's a little warmer.
Yeah,
I was waiting for you to bring that part up.
I know that
warmer.
feeling. Yeah, I'm southern
tea,
living
too.
up north right
yes,
now,
and
and so
sweet
it's the
tea.
family, it's the food, and it is definitely the warmth in the winter. Kim, I got another question for you. You guys were just both talking about social media. We were talking about the videos that you did. We've got a video of this trick shot that you did. And you got to take us through that, and then I need your reaction to it afterwards too, Bianca. Tell us about this. Kim, what you got?
Well, okay, our girl Kylie, social media helped us out here, but
Shout out Kylie, she's over here now.
I was supposed to be juggling. It was supposed to be a segment on what I can juggle, but I was like, oh, might as well, and I just threw it behind me, and I was like, oh, wait, I could do that. And then it took 5 shots, that's it.
Wow.
And I did it. And then you guys just have to wait for the next few weeks. We got another one actually coming up.
Oh, a tease.
I'm not going to tell you what it is, but
Okay.
we got another trick shot. That one took a little longer, not going to lie. My arms were getting pretty tired, but I don't know. I was like, wow. Like,
Yeah.
I went in. As you can see, I was so shocked. So
Bianca, what was your thoughts? You got any tricks up your sleeve?
I don't have any tricks up my sleeve, but it was cool to see because she juggles Crocs and stuff at the dorm, so to see her do it with a trick shot at the end was pretty cool.
Very cool.
Juggling isn't. What else can you juggle? I mean, basketballs are pretty hard.
I can I was on a juggling team.
There's a juggling team?
At my elementary school, we have a juggling show.
Who knew?
There's a lot of things that are just come along with me.
I've seen jump rope shows. I don't know if I've seen a juggling
Yes,
show.
we do juggling, so you like go up, do a trick, and then you run off, and so.
Yeah.
But I can juggle kind of anything. Some things are like you can juggle plungers, all kinds of
We're
stuff.
going to have to dig into the family archive.
Too bad we didn't know this before we got you out here. We could have had some plungers waiting on site. You could juggle
Right.
before you left. Bianca, what's been for you the best thing about getting to play for Coach Fortner and getting to know her?
Just getting her insight and her experience. Like she's coaching the WNBA, she's coached for our Olympic team, and just all the years of experience that she has and being able to talk to her and pick her brain. I feel like that's been the biggest benefit as playing for Coach Nell is being able to get her experience.
Yeah.
Give us some other names, either freshmen, other transfers that have come in with you guys that you think we need to keep an eye on this year at Georgia Tech.
Tony Morgan.
Tony Morgan.
Oh, that was right off the bat.
Tony Morgan.
Every single one of them, honestly, freshmen, they all are like coming in, ready to go, and that's been a huge thing. Tony Morgan is just, she's got a different level of athleticism that is going to be a huge advantage. She's going to be a part of that factor of us pushing the ball. Kara Dunn is great size, great length, and everything, and then you have Inez who's come in, who's got that forehand, like she's just the finesse and everything, and then you have Raven who comes in and works hard and just comes in and gives us a defensive threat and everything. So each one of the freshmen coming in are just going to be an impact, but keep out for Tony Morgan.
Okay.
I've watched them practice already, and you go fifth-year senior backcourt, you can go all freshman backcourt, and it definitely is going to be a faster look. We know Nell's a really good defensive coach, and you said her accolades and her resume is impressive, and she'll be a Hall of Famer for sure. I mean, she's impressive on the offensive side of the ball. So I want to know, like, when you transfer inside the league, she had a scouting report on both of you. How has she made you a better offensive player based on the scouting report that they used to take your game away?
Man, if I don't shoot that ball in a split second when I'm open, she's on me. So I think that her just realizing and telling me what are like good opportunities to shoot, like, hey, you're open, shoot that. And she knows, like, I always say, like, you were a green for us. So just knowing, she just gives me the opportunity to understand, okay, that's a good shot right there. But she's also not criticizing as much of what shots I'm taking. She's like, you're a shooter, so shoot it.
Mm-hmm. And I would say the same thing, just helping you understand, like, when is a good shot, when is a bad shot to take. And, the weaknesses that you had that they knew about on the scout, just helping you to improve on them. So, like, trying to get more to the basket and just taking longer shots for me has been a big thing. And just her telling me, shoot it when you're open, shoot it now. So, yeah.
And one last thing, Cam, you've had some heart issues in your past, and you've had some surgeries. Mm-hmm. Yet when we watch you play, we would never recognize that you had any sort of weakness in terms of toughness or grit or conditioning. What's it been like to deal with the heart issue that you've had, and explain it a little bit for us?
My whole life, starting in kindergarten, my teacher would call. I'd just get really pale and stuff. She'd call my mom, and I would just sleep for so long. And so I saw a whole bunch of different cardiologists throughout my life. But when I first went to freshman year of college, I went to Colorado, and that elevation really brought it out. So my first few weeks, a couple of months actually, I was diagnosed with SVT, where my heart rate just gets really, really fast and does not correct itself. So my heart rate would be like 275, and it would just stay there. I know in high school I had one episode where it was like 150 for just 26 hours, like a full day. So that was just more concerning because it just would drain me and get me tired. And I always used to yawn on the court to kind of try to fix it. My dad would always yell at me, like, why are you yawning? Why are you yawning? But I just never was diagnosed until freshman year. I had heart surgery. I was out for not too long, about 5 weeks. And it was just something that it's more of the PTSD from it and just the anxiety that comes from it. But I've also just met a lot of other athletes who actually kind of open up a world who actually were diagnosed with that. And athletes who reach out to me who have, and regular students too, just like, I'm worried, I've had this, like, and just talking them through it that it's going to be all right. But before I had surgery, I always felt out of shape, but I never was. I always could play a full game. But after that, I just felt like a new person, conditioning-wise and everything. But I guess the biggest struggle was not knowing what was wrong for 18 years of my life. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of hard. And then seeing so many doctors and everything, and it just comes and goes. And then once it happens, it drains you for a week. So that was a big struggle, but it was a blessing that I was able to go to Colorado, and as much as it wasn't fun to go through, now I was able to get diagnosed and go through that surgery, and now I'm perfectly fine and run up the court all the time. And conditioning-wise, I mean, I don't like conditioning, but, but that's just, it's something that was scary in the moment and everything and the journey, but it's something that really made me who I am and made me stronger through it all.
Wow. Well, Cam, we certainly appreciate you sharing that story, and I know people out there watching do as well, because as you mentioned, your story can impact others and make it feel like even more of a community when people are going through hard times, so we appreciate that. Bianca, we appreciate you as well. Can't wait to see the next set of trick shots. If we find any plungers, we're going to bring you back over. I don't anticipate that happening, but can't wait to see you guys on the court soon.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate the time.